This is Bills camp tonight. Thanks for watching. I'm Thad Brown along with Prescott Rossi. We stop for nothing. No commercials. It's all Bills content until we run out.
There you go. That's very true. And on this day, the rains came for the first time we had weather. Also, this was a practice closed to the public, but the Bills still participating in a practice session taking place on that side grass field. If you've been here at Fisher, you know the field I'm talking about, a little bit away from Growney Stadium. So they thought, rather than try to shoehorn people in, it would be a bit of a cluster. Actually, you know what? Let's just close this to the public. Let's have a few guests on hand, and we'll just have a practice session like normal on this different side field. Give Growney Stadium and the other fields a day off.
Smart move for sure, and it keeps everything fresh. Now, this practice was a bit nasty, to say the least. At one point, Ray McLeod and Dean Marlowe got into a fight. Later on, Saran Neal, Duke Williams exchanged punches as well. This practice was supposed to be intense. There was a goal line drill that was almost full tackle for this today, so not a surprise there. But a part of the intensity is head coach Sean McDermott trying to motivate his defense, the talented squad that was number 2 in the league last year, and keep them from getting overconfident.
We can have a good or okay day, and he'll come out and trash talk us and try to really motivate us in that sense. And that's why I think you saw some guys really come out today and be extra physical. And I think, this is part of his job, not to allow us to get complacent.
I think we're trying to, stay away from last year as much as we can. It's a new team. It's a new everything. Just a new start for us.
Only thing we can do about that is just go out and work every day and go out and show people that this just didn't happen overnight. This is something that we pretty much worked for going back until 2017.
Now, the Bills defense features every starter from last season except one. Kyle Williams, of course, stepping away from the game of football after 13 terrific seasons in Western New York. That didn't mean that Kyle Williams stayed away from the Bills. He was a special guest today and did some work with a very prized rookie that the Bills are very excited about. When Kyle Williams showed up to Bills training camp, his former teammates were thrilled to see an old friend. Rookie Ed Oliver never played with number 95. His first reaction was a little different.
For me, it was kind of like, I just want to know everything. I just want to know everything.
Williams was invited back to help out his old team. He's also excited about seeing Ed Oliver on Sundays and can see the rookie's skills already.
Ed's explosive and a great athlete and a powerful guy. So, just trying to figure out how to implement those into his base gameplay and then how to accentuate those on what he can learn, what he can see.
It's common for football players to drop weight quickly after they step away from football. Kyle Williams is down 25 pounds. He says simply from not being in the gym every day. He knew stepping away was the right decision then, and he has no regrets about it now.
I would have never made the decision that I made if I weren't ready. And I weren't ready for what was after it and to come. So I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy that I'm here and help these guys out and watch the new generation of guys.
Throughout practice on Tuesday, Williams coached up Oliver and the rest of the defensive line. He still loves football. He still loves the Bills. And Williams considers it a blessing to help out.
I want to try to hand these guys the keys to being better, maximizing what they have, teaching them about what I did, what I think will help them, and it literally just help any way I can.
And leave more rookies speechless when they meet the 6-time Pro Bowler. Now, Kyle Williams did admit he had a chance to play Oak Hill today, and if you've been at any Bills camp in the last few years, you know that Kyle Williams, one of his loves when he has to come to Pittsford, is to go play Oak Hill Country Club. He said wouldn't give a score. We did try to press him on how he played. We said the putter was doing well. Didn't say anything else, so you wonder maybe the driver wasn't doing all that hot, but he's a scratch golfer. So Kyle Williams, he's the type of guy that you feel like no matter what sport he's playing, if you put him on a basketball court, heck, if you put him on ice skates, he would figure it out, and he would be a great athlete either way.
The ice skates might be reaching a bit, but if he
you never know, maybe they have rinks in Louisiana.
If he said the putter was hot, I guarantee whatever the score was, it started with no worse than a 7-point Oak Hill. All right, time for our daily look at how the quarterback did. We are now just Josh, and here are the numbers from Josh Allen today at practice. They were okay. Allen was 12 of 20 today, yardage-wise, 157 yards, approximately, give or take. Look, nothing special today. They did a lot of short stuff. The rain, which pretty much wasn't steady, but it really kept up throughout practice, made it tough for the Bills receivers. More on that later on. Devin Singletary, Cole Beasley, each had a couple balls go through their hands. Allen did get a break. He had a severely underthrown ball. It was kind of a play that was blown dead, but Josh threw it up anyway. It was tipped by a defensive back, and then somehow John Brown made a crazy 50-yard one-handed catch, so that helped out the numbers a lot. Prescott overall, I'd say, for Josh Allen. Not too bad. You know, it looked okay. The ball placement was iffy in a lot of different places. Numbers turned out okay, 60% completion percentage if we're caring about that, but nothing impressive.
Yeah, and they did do a lot of third down work as well. So, and third and long work at that, too. So, a 60% completion percentage, yeah. I mean, what does it really mean in the grand scheme of things? He was good Saturday. He was good Sunday. Maybe a bit of a step back today, but this was the first practice after a day off. The intensity was ratcheted up. The defense showed up. I mean, I think that's not a big shocker today. So, I would say all in all, yeah, a fine day for Josh Allen. The rain didn't help. The situations probably weren't great for great numbers. You know, it's another day. You stack another one on top of it. You keep working. You get to that first preseason game, and you see what you have.
The one concern I had about it was just in the rain. This is something he's going to have to deal with in the conditions.
For sure.
You know, I mean, this is not – obviously the Bills are going to play in a couple games where, you know, it might snow, it might pour, windy. He wasn't good today. One practice, no big deal, but that was my only issue.
Yeah, that's right. Now, training camp may have been closed to the general public, but that did not mean the fun was not taking place here at St. John Fisher College. For the first time, the Bills brought the NFL's Play 60 program to St. John Fisher College. Billy Buffalo was on hand for the pillow toss to help out with the kids. Season ticket holders and selected youth football groups were invited to participate in the festivities. Senior Director of Community Relations, Preston Teague, says it was time to let Rochester in on the fun.
The past 2 years we've done it in New Era Field. We thought this would be a great opportunity to bring it down to our fans in the Rochester region. Hopefully we'll have a few hundred kids out here today practicing and playing on the same field as the Buffalo Bills. Our goal is to make sure that kids are having fun, they're getting physically active, hopefully learning a little bit about football and sports so that they can continue on throughout their entire lives.
Now, the big question for the Buffalo Bills going into 2019, everyone knows that it's no surprise, Josh Allen. Can he take that step to the next level in his second year in the NFL? Thad and I, we're involved in it every single day. We're in the dirt. We're at the micro level. But let's get a perspective from the macro level, and who better than a former NFL quarterback to evaluate Josh Allen and the progress he's made so far in his short career. And that's who Thad Brown turned to today in this edition of Another Voice.
I'm joined by a former NFL quarterback and current analyst at Sirius XM NFL Radio, Jim Miller, who's here at Fisher today to keep an eye on the Bills. And Jim, we asked this to all the guys who come in. What was the thing that brought you to Bills camp today?
Well, obviously, I'm a big fan of Sean McDermott, just how he coordinates his defense. And because I'm a former quarterback, see the jump of Josh Allen. I thought he was extremely talented. I'm looking for him to make a big jump this year.
As a guy who played in the league, what would you want to expect? What would you hope to see out of not necessarily Josh Allen, but any rookie or any second-year quarterback going from year one to year two?
Yeah, like anything. I think the first year you're kind of focused on just learning your offense. Then second year you kind of pay attention more what defenses are doing. You get a better understanding of how to attack defenses. Then kind of by year three you put it all together. But because Josh got substantial playing time last year, I think he's going to be at an accelerated rate. I'm a big fan of Brian Dable. He was one of my coaches in New England. I think he'll be better at understanding the command of the offense. I think his completion percentage will jump. I think his ability to read defenses will be a lot better. So it's incremental growth, but I think it'll be at a more accelerated rate because he played so well year one.
What's your confidence level long term in Josh Allen's ability to become that franchise guy?
I believe in him. I think his teammates believe in him. I think they know he's tough. He's got the intangibles of leadership, and the guy wants to win. He was giving up his body last year for his team, came back from injury, thought he finished the season on a high note against Miami, throws the 5 touchdowns. So, again, I think when you're looking for a foundational player, and this is probably the most important position, I think the Bills got a good one.
The Bills did a lot of work around him, receiver-wise, offensive line-wise. I mean, again, as a guy who played in the league, how much of a difference does that make when you look at the pieces around you and think, I can trust that guy, I can trust that guy?
Yeah, I think the key is how do you get it to come all together. And if you notice, a lot of the teams with young quarterbacks, even the Bears, I just did the Bears camp. Bears added a lot of weapons around Mitchell Trubisky. You see what Cleveland's doing with young Baker Mayfield. They trade for, obviously, Odell Beckham Jr., and they try to bring players in around him. You need weapons, and that goes for some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Got to have good guys around you, and I think for Josh, the key is to get to know out here at training camp practices, kind of the outliers. What can a player do? What can he do? So when you get in game situations, hey, I know John Brown, I can throw it up and he can go get it. I've practiced with him. You get to know the players' mannerisms and what they can and cannot do, and I think right now is the time to test those limits.
Jim, where can fans follow you on social media? Where can they read your stuff?
Yeah, Jim Miller _ NFL on Twitter, and obviously SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 every day from 3 to 7 p.m. with my partner Pat Kerwin. He's a former GM in the league. We have a lot of fun talking football and covering the league.
Jim Miller, he's played in the league. He knows his stuff. Great guy, too. Thanks for joining us, Jim.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Now, every day before practice, one Bills coach addresses the media. Normally it's Sean McDermott, but today, for the first time, defensive coordinator Leslie Frazier was at the podium. He talked about Ed Oliver, Trey White, and more. Some great insights. Here's today's edition of Coach Speak.
We saw the potential for him to be able to win against guards one-on-one. And so what that does when people try to slide the line, say maybe to Ed on the inside, well, you know how we feel about Jerry. He's one of the premier pass rushers in our league. And if we can take some of those chips and double teams and slides away from Jerry, well, that gives us an opportunity to get one of the best edge rushers in a one-on-one situation against offensive tackles. It's night and day when you see his movement and the drills and the fact that he's able to practice every day, which he wasn't able to do a season ago about this time. So to see him in the drills and see him move around, especially now that we've gotten the pads on, it kind of encourages all of us. We're going to get more of the guy that we saw when we signed him in free agency. This will be a big year for him, his third year, with all the scouting reports out there on him right now. But he's worked on his game. He's not been complacent, and he's still working on his game throughout this training camp and trying to get better. He has a strong desire to get his hands on more balls and get interceptions, and that's good for our defense.
Now it's time for the segment of the show where we go through today's practice and give you our best and our worst, our good and our bad. It's time for the high and the low. I will start first. My high from this practice, Matt Milano, and it was really just one play. Josh Allen had a pass deflected the line of scrimmage. I think Jordan Phillips got the paw on it. And I don't know, by the way, why we always say paw for deflected. You ever think about that?
Yeah.
Anyway, Matt Milano was able to find the ball in the air and make the interception. And just a continuation of the way this guy plays football. No matter what happens, he always finds his way to be around the ball. If there's a fumble, he recovers it. If there's a deflected pass, he's going to make the pick. If there's a spot where a quarterback's trying to throw it away, he just always finds a way to be there. And again, we saw another reminder today.
Yeah, and Leslie Frazier was asked about Matt Milano, and he said that, this is a player coming off a broken leg at the end of last season, and he's still not all the way back yet. Which makes you think if Matt Milano can take another step, that is a great piece that the Bills can have alongside Tremaine Edmonds in that linebacking core. My high for the day, also on the defensive side, Jerry Hughes. He made a couple plays in those one-on-one drills today where you're like, does he even need training camp? He looked so ready for the regular season. He blew by Deion Dawkins one time, and I can't remember the other guy who was out on the outside against him, but Jerry Hughes just makes it look so easy sometimes. And Leslie Frazier was asked about Ed Oliver and what he could do to open things up for the other guys. And if Ed Oliver has that strength and is that disruptor that we think he can be, that's going to open things up for Jerry Hughes, who is known around the league. Some of those double teams, the chips that he faces at the line may not be there this year. Jerry Hughes could have a terrific season.
It's been a bunch of years where we've talked about the Bills' defensive line in this way because there are good players, almost all across it. All right, time for the low. My low today was Bills pass catchers in general. Now, look, I know it was raining. I know the ball was probably a little bit more slippery than normal, but they just weren't good. Cole Beasley, one of the most sure-handed guys in the league, had one go right through his hands. Devin Singletary, he dropped two, but one actually deflected straight up in the air and it came back down and he caught it anyway. Look, again, like I said earlier, the Bills are going to have to play in bad weather. Yeah. Today was not a good day for the passing game. And we saw, what was it, 2 years ago in Cincinnati, Andy Dalton threw for 300-plus in a monsoon. Today wasn't half that bad. So my low is those guys trying to catch the ball.
My low is also a guy trying to catch the ball, and it's a guy that we haven't really talked about at all, and another day where he was invisible on the field, and that's David Sills, which you might think, okay, David Sills, this is an undrafted free agent who was pretty highly renowned when the Bills plucked him right after the draft. I don't know if you saw the Bills Embedded series. They made a big point about David Sills and the process it took to bring him into Western New York. Terry Pagula involved, of course, Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott involved. David Sills, where have you been, man? I mean, and this is your chance, and through the first week, he hasn't done anything, and another no-show today. He's becoming background noise here at St. John Fisher.
Maybe the biggest surprise to me from the receiver group is that things are going exactly as they should be. Cole Beasley and John Brown in general look really good. Other than that, exactly. Zay Jones maybe a little bit, but there's no Brandon Riley in this camp so far.
No.
All right, you got to tell us about what's going on next at camp.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I got the next part. Hey, it's live television.
Actually, no, I have the next part. That's my bad,
right.
Everybody. You were doing the right thing. There were,
Remember
like
that.
we said,
Mark that point down.
there was not supposed to be a whole lot of fans here today, but there were, maybe 100 or so. And after practice, as Prescott likes to say, Josh Allen was, as always, greeting his kingdom and trying to bless every single one with his autograph. And that included an 11-year-old fan who showed up in a Dolphins jersey. Mason Schramm from Brockport made that mistake today. Took some grief from Allen about the fashion decisions. Allen ended up taking away both the jersey and the Dolphins hat that Schramm was wearing. Instead, Allen gave Schramm a Bills jersey, an Allen jersey, of course, and he gave him the hat right off his head. Of course, Allen signed both. Schramm afterward told me exactly how the whole thing went down. How did that happen?
I traded in my Dolphins jersey.
You gave him your Dolphins jersey?
Yeah.
Did you just hand it to him?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He said I'll trade it.
For?
This.
What do you think? Schramm at least got a heck of a memory, though I wasn't quite sure he was all that excited about wearing the Bills jersey home.
Yeah, he's a Dolphins fan.
Exactly.
I mean, it was a very nice moment and a good get. That's racking up the retweets and likes on the old social media accounts. That's for sure. Now let's take a look forward. Finally, the Bills back to work tomorrow. This is another open session, 9:45 a.m. here at St. John Fisher College. Thursday, also a morning workout at 9:45. And Thursday, the team will be celebrating that this is the 60th season of Bills football. Can you believe it's been 60 years? Where does the time go? Friday, the annual night practice in Buffalo at New Era Field. Then another day off on Saturday.
Weather tomorrow is going to be pretty darn good. Temperatures in the 70s, pretty comfortable. Maybe a little foggy early, but for the most part, if you pick tomorrow to come to Bills practice, you, my friend, are a winner. All right, that's going to wrap it up for tonight, for real this time. I actually know what the show is supposed to happen. He's Prescott Rossi. I'm Thad Brown. Remember, we do this show every single night, anytime the Bills practice at St. John Fisher. So we will be back on tomorrow night. We'll be back on Thursday night as well. Check your local website, and of course, you can always find us on the News 8 Facebook page. Good night from St. John Fisher. We will see you tomorrow.